So I'd been hyped about the movie since the second one because they showed Shadow and I full on screamed in the theater. I could not believe my eye, and I actually lost the ability to speak for several minutes after. Like I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. I saw Shadow and my brain just froze. I was in complete shock because I was like, what is this? I can't believe what I'm seeing right now.
Oh my god!
Okay. Hello everyone, I missed you.
Hi
everybody. I'm here with my buddy 24. Say hello, 24.
Hi guys, it's great to be here.
I know I missed you guys. How's it going? Yeah, we're gonna talk spoiler talk. If you have not seen Sonic 3, you do not want to be here because we are gonna talk mega spoilers.
Yeah,
we're gonna be spoiling everything.
Uncensored.
Yes, and 24 and I saw the movie together.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We laughed the entire time.
And I cried the entire time.
I cried.
I cried and I laughed.
I laughed.
Yeah, exactly. I hope everyone had a great Christmas. Yeah, when we're recording this, I still got my lights up. This is after Christmas.
No one takes their lights down the day after Christmas.
No, everyone takes at least 6 months in America to take their lights down.
At the very least, after New Year's.
Yes. No, you gotta wait 6 months. Not until the 4th of July fireworks go off do you take those bad boys down. Because you gotta be lazy like a true American.
Sometimes you put the decorations in the fireworks.
I did get the Shadow Build-A-Bear plushie because I had to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
My mom called me up and she was like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm at the mall. I just wanted to chat with you." And I was like, "You're at the mall? I have something very important for you to do. I need you to go to Build-A-Bear and get me a Shadow plushie." And she got the last one.
Oh my gosh, your mom's a champion.
I know. There was only one left. And they were all out of Chaos Emeralds, but I'm just happy. I'm happy I got one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, we saw the movie together. And I was just all head to toe up in my Shadow getup.
Yeah, it was great. And I just wore a blue flannel. I'm like, that's Sonic enough for a bird.
Did you have a Sonic shirt or something?
I just my actual Sonic shirt was in the wash, so
it was
just a blue flannel. And Gad showed up in a red flannel, so we were Sonic and Shadow.
Or it could be Knuckles.
Oh, and Knuckles. There you go. That's perfect.
And Mrs. Bird was Tails.
That's true. Mrs. Bird had a Tails shirt.
And Hesmondo was the jewel case for Sonic Adventure 2 because he had both Sonic and Shadow on his shirt.
Nice.
I don't think he ever showed off his shirt to anybody, but he was wearing it, but he forgot he had it zipped up the whole time.
He forgot? That's silly.
Did you notice he was wearing that?
Yeah, I did, but I just thought, like, that's just how he wanted it.
What, that it was zipped up, or did you actually see the shirt?
Just that it was zipped up.
Nobody saw it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot I had it zipped up." We went out to Japan and got that special shirt, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna wear it for the movie," and then he had it zipped up.
Womp womp.
I just thought that was funny. He was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to unzip my shirt and show everybody."
Is that Crush 40 on music?
It is.
Excellent.
But yeah, so let's talk about the movie. So I'd been hyped about the movie since the second one because they showed Shadow and I full on screamed in the theater. I could not believe my eye, I actually lost the ability to speak for several minutes after. Like I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. I saw Shadow and my brain just froze. I was in complete shock because I was like, what is this? I can't believe what I'm seeing right now.
Just so hyper hyperventilating on
I was
the appearance of your boy.
I was so hyped, and husbando was like, "Are you happy, honey?" And I was like, ah, ah. But since then I've been waiting for this movie to come out.
I'm pretty hyped about the characters that they revealed for the next movie, but we could talk about that.
Yeah, do you want to go through the movie? I made notes.
Yeah.
So, and it's funny, we're actually going to go see this movie again on Saturday together.
Because we love it.
Because we're freaks and we love this movie, and I'm just like, I got to see this movie again.
So, fun fact, like the Rotten Tomato score for all 3 Sonic movies have gotten like incrementally better with each release.
Yeah, they have. I think they've become less and less embarrassed of being Sonic movies.
Right? And they just did, like, I honestly think they did a really good job making it more of a cohesive movie. Other than like really trying to like drag so much story out of like what little there was at the very beginning of Sonic. But we could definitely talk more about that as we go through
the history of these movies. Is the first one is basically like a kind of it's like almost a Smurfs movie where it's just like Sonic is pulled into our world.
Yeah.
And you know, it's crazy when you think of like the first trailer. Like, chat, like how far have we come from that first trailer?
Yes,
where Sonic was horrifying, and he had fingernails, and he had human teeth, and he had knees.
I forgot he had fingernails.
He had fingernails. He had human teeth and knees. I saw the knees. I was like, no, I don't want the knees. Yeah, that's how I felt about it. I felt like I was like, kill it.
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm super glad that
it's like that is
insane. Cried loud enough.
It's crazy because honestly, like, I don't know how you like, and you probably, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but if that movie had come out the way that it was, I don't think we would be having 3 movies out of this. I don't think anybody would have seen it.
I totally agree. It'd be like what's his name? M. Night Shyamalan's Avatar.
Yeah.
Where like there's definitely more story to be told, but
M. Night Shyamalan made Avatar? Wait, which Avatar?
The Last Airbender.
Oh, that one. Sorry, I don't know why.
Yeah.
when people say Avatar to me, I think of James Cameron's Avatar, but I got it. Yeah.
The Last Airbender.
Yeah, it's like basically something that came and went.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it would have been the same thing if they kept Toothy Sonic. They would have just dropped it like a bad habit.
Yeah, it's completely insane, like where we are now because of bullying.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Paramount into changing it, and good on Jeff Fowler too for like director for changing it.
Yeah. Sir Bowler Hat. Oh, Sir Bowler Hat.
Sir Bowler Hat. Hi.
To be rare that Hollywood actually listens to fan criticism, so the Sonic movie was a miracle.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm gonna put out an opinion that this iteration of Sonic is like definitely not my favorite, but I do like the movies like around Sonic and seeing Sonic that like I like it anyway.
Yeah, I really enjoy all the characters because to me, like, I can kind of separate it a little bit.
Yeah.
The only, and this is my unpopular opinion. And chat, you're gonna hate me. I'm gonna get canceled. I am not a huge fan of Jim Carrey's Dr. Eggman.
That's okay. For me,
I've never been a fan. I'm sorry. He's too much for me. I know a lot of people really like him, but it's. To me, it's just not my favorite thing. I know! Cancel me! I'm sorry!
So, Jim Carrey is actually my favorite actor, but I will stand by you with like, well, like, you know, like this may have not been like how I envision Eggman, but I like
just
Jim
not
Carrey.
My favorite interpretation.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey is funny. I do like Jim Carrey. I just don't like him in these movies. And that's just my own personal unpopular take. So many people like Jim Carrey in these movies, and I fully admit that.
I like I think it's funny, but I just don't like. It's like, well, this isn't like Eggman to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jim Carrey as the Sonic villain.
To me, like, he's not even playing Eggman, he's just playing Jim Carrey. And some people like that. Some people really enjoy that.
He's playing the Grinch, basically.
Who would I like as Eggman's? It's funny. I was trying to, because people have asked me this too, and I've been trying to think of, and the only one that comes to mind is Alfred Molina, and he's a dramatic actor, but I feel like you do need somebody with comedic chops in there.
Yeah.
So it's tough. I would have to like put some thought into it. I would have to like look through a bunch of actors, because it's got to be somebody who's like got the build. Got to have the right build for Egg. But the thing is, Jim Carrey doesn't have the build for Eggman either. He just put on like a fat suit now. So, and now he's got the build. So,
like, I don't think here's my opinion. I don't think anyone could have Eggman's build. I think you needed
an egg-shaped build. An egg-shaped
I think you needed an animated
not
Eggman
Jack Black.
too.
He's already Bowser.
Yeah, he is.
We gotta have somebody else. What about Chris Pratt as Eggman?
Chris.
Like,
Pratt,
hi everybody, I'm Eggman.
Let's see. But yeah, I would totally advocate for
Michael
an
Rooker
animated
as Eggman. He'd be terrifying.
Oh my gosh. Let's see.
But yeah, that is something I would have to give some thought. Because that's hard. Because the thing is, like, I'm like, who would you replace? Like, the only person that comes to my mind is Alfred Molina, but I don't know if he has a little bit of comedic chops. But that would be my pick. Daniel Day-Lewis. Who's Daniel Day-Lewis? Refresh me.
Let's go completely opposite direction and just have Michael Caine as Eggman.
Scarlett Johansson as Eggman.
Oh my god.
Michael Caine as Eggman is like, I have to stop you now, Sonic. You can't foil my plans. I gotta get that blue hedgehog. This reminds me of a story my grandfather would have told me if he was around for me. But he never was.
I like to watch the world burn, Sonic.
I like to piss on the moon, Sonic. Watch me do it. All right, let's actually get into the movie now.
Yeah.
So, the movie. Love all this stuff with Shadow. When Keanu Reeves got casted as Shadow, like, I was all in. All in on Shadow. There were a lot of people who were, like, who were talking about Shadow Generations and saying that he did not sound good.
I think he had the right amount of lines for Shadow in the movie, because like I could easily see like him talking too much.
No, they did. That's the best way to utilize Keanu Reeves, is to not give him a whole lot of lines.
Yeah,
honestly.
exactly. Good old Constantine. I want to see Shadow be put into the Constantine, like just mastered in there.
And now, whenever I watch anything, I'm gonna be thinking, like, anything that's Keanu Reeves is in, I'm gonna be thinking of Shadow. Like Bill and Ted, I'm just gonna be thinking of Shadow.
Oh my god. I will start off by saying they did the right amount of the like mom and dad scenes, which is very few.
They sidelined them basically.
Yeah, exactly. Like they put big time. Like I thought the intro scene was very cute and like a nice little, like made him look like a nice little family.
Yeah, the little camping scene was really cute. The B. Arthur Day.
It was short.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good and short too. But
and just immediately cute. Like plot starting now.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to Tokyo. And that whole like Tokyo fight scene, that was so good.
That was good. Did you notice they did a Shadow the Hedgehog like reference
with the motorcycle and the gun?
Scene? Well, also, when he beats them up and Sonic like kind of like
Oh
gets
yeah, when
up
he
on one knee and
collapses.
falls back down. Yeah, when he collapses,
Yeah.
that was a
I
nice
love that. It's funny.
little
I didn't
nod
notice
to
that
that.
there were so many things I missed the first time, but then when I went home, I like watched clips on YouTube because I was like, I need to want to see this movie again so bad.
Yeah, that was great. But yeah, the motorcycle. Mrs. Bird was like, "Wouldn't he be faster on foot?" I'm like, "No, you don't understand, Shadow. He makes everything fast." But that is honestly like the truth. It's like what like I guess he would be faster on foot technically,
Yeah,
right?
the man just likes him a vehicle. You know, what can you say?
Right.
He likes him a
Um,
vehicle. He likes him a gun. They make him feel cool.
I do want to also point out that like the fact that he naturally has teleporting is pretty OP.
Yeah,
Like he needed the Chaos Emerald to do that
yeah. That's usually what.
in the
Yeah,
games.
but I get
Yeah.
they adapt things to make it
Right,
easier
right. I
because
don't think
we
uh-huh.
found out that Wade Whipple has all of the Chaos Emeralds.
Right, that was
Yeah, left over
hilarious.
from the Knuckles show, which I watched 2 episodes of, and I was not a huge fan of the Knuckles
Oh,
show.
that was from the Knuckles
Yeah, that
show?
was from the Knuckles
Awesome.
show.
I just thought that he was just some like other police officer that I forgot that we like
I mean,
nodded
that's
to.
also true.
Yeah,
He is
but
also
like
he's
from
a
the
character that you
movie.
forgot about. But yeah, like
Yeah,
one great thing, they sidelined a lot of the humans that have never really been important. Yeah, Wade Whipple, he's
right.
the other police officer. So he's the bumbling police officer who was in the first and second movies, and he was also the main character in the Knuckles show, even though it was labeled as the Knuckles show. But
God,
yeah, they
like
could only afford
I
about 30 minutes of Knuckles, and they're like, this is too expensive.
wow. I honestly thought the
Yeah,
Knuckles show was a joke when I first saw it. Like
yeah,
I just saw a clip on YouTube and I'm like, "Oh, like that's funny. They like got Knuckles from the movie and like put him into this live action thing."
yeah.
And I'm like, "Wait a minute. I've never seen Knuckles like sit like at a bar like that in the movie." And then I looked into it and I'm like, "Holy shit, this is an actual show. Like this is a full on Knuckles show," and I watched it. And I'm like, this isn't a joke. Like this is actually bad.
Paul Blart
It's
is
a
Dr. Eggman. Oh my god.
oh god.
I like Dr. Eggman's.
Paul Blart
Both
would actually
Eggmans.
be not bad.
But yeah, everything with the Sonic trailer. One thing was great. Tails had more to do in this movie
Tails,
too.
yeah, he came in clutch a few times.
Yeah, and Tails got to have a lot of really cute moments talking to and oh my god, I love Dr. Stone in this, or not Dr. Stone. I keep calling him Dr. Stone. Agent Stone in this movie was great.
The assistant.
Yeah, yeah, who's in love
Yeah,
with
he sure was.
Eggman. He was great. I love Stone.
Yeah, he
They
definitely
had
like
their
had
yaoi
some powerful
romance.
moments.
Yeah.
Um, I really like how during the first forest scene they kind of showed off like one of Tails' gadgets,
Yeah.
and like that kept coming up. All of his cool little gadgets that were like really like making Sonic Team go.
Mm-hmm. I like how they had him like manning the helicopter, and oh yeah, they introduced that agent lady. Remember the agent lady? I don't remember her name. She
I
was
know
like
who you're talking
Agent
about.
Jessica Jones, who
Right,
like
right.
kind of doesn't really do a whole lot in the movie.
Yeah, she acts like Gun villain,
Yeah.
like the villain of Gun, but she really doesn't do anything. And like when she's defeated, she's just like harumph and
Yeah.
walks
I think
away.
she is Jessica Jones, but yeah, she didn't really do a whole lot in the movie. And I think people wanted her to be revealed as like Rouge the Bat in disguise or something, but that didn't end up happening. They have to put Rouge
That'd
the
be
Bat in here
weird.
at some point. I love Rouge. I want
I
her
feel
so
like they
bad.
have to put Rouge in the next one. I know they only revealed two specific characters for the next one,
Yeah.
but like I feel like there's still room for like Rouge and Omega.
Yeah.
Especially if the robots are getting leaked out, I feel like I'm getting like a Sonic DX vibe
Oh yeah.
from
A Sonic Adventure vibe.
yeah, the Sonic Adventure vibe from like the catalog of characters that they teased.
Yeah.
So I think there's still a possibility that a Rouge could, or at least an Omega can get in there.
Yeah. Oh,
But
I want Omega and Rouge. Shadow has to have his
yeah,
buddies. He's
that's
got to have
right.
his buddies. Team Dark, baby, all the way.
He needs to heal his heart with new friends.
Yeah.
The Sonic
can move
Team Sonic
on.
is too bubbly for him.
He needs dark and brooding friends who are angry.
Yeah, to watch Tim Burton cartoons
Except
together
for Rouge,
with.
who's sassy.
Yeah, I thought it was cool, like how they revealed Gunn,
In the
as
first
like,
movie, or
well, in this movie, how they revealed it as like kind of a villain thing.
yeah.
Like they're also like not quite on the level. They're like kind of bad too.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what's one thing I wish they had done as like a stupid nod to like the Olive Garden jokes. So you know how the general, like they blow up the general guy in the Chow Garden, right?
Yeah.
And it would have been great because they're trying to get these keys in the movie, right? And they pull out the key. I wish that they'd at first pulled out an Olive Garden gift card and go like, "What?" And then they flip behind the Olive Garden gift card and there's a key there.
Awesome.
That would have been great. That's one thing I missed. I wish we could have gotten the Olive Garden trilogy. That's one thing I was sad about.
They did have one weird trilogy, was that there was another like dance number in there.
Yeah.
I feel like every Sonic movie is like contractually obligated.
I don't think the
to
first
have
one had a dance number though.
Yeah, they did. They were like in the bar,
but
right?
They didn't dance. They danced for like 2 seconds. Because they had the bullet time.
Yeah.
Which
yeah,
I don't think they had bullet time in this
one,
did they? Did they have bullet time in this one?
They kind of did when they like during the space sequence. I feel like we should get to that like toward the end.
Yeah,
right?
I've never been a fan of when Sonic goes bullet time and tries to be like Quicksilver, because I feel like it makes him too OP.
It really does, and like
because then you're like thinking, why doesn't he just do that all the time?
Yeah, Olive Garden guy, and like there's a Chow Garden.
About dancing, and there was dancing. There was a Chow Garden, and okay, it's a fun nod, but I'm still kind of like, I want real Chows in this movie, but I know I gotta be happy. I gotta take my wins. I got Shadow's in a movie, and that's still insane to me. I still can't believe that. Like when I was watching, I was like, this movie isn't real. This movie is not real.
But it is. You can hug Shadow today in the form of Keanu Reeves. You gotta take your wins.
Yeah, he also did voice the Build-A-Bear voices too. Like
you do a little voice box.
Yeah, you get a little voice box of Keanu Reeves.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Tungsten Wolf. Spoiler: no Olive Garden in Sonic 3.
No, unfortunately not.
Was there Olive Garden in Sonic 2? I actually don't remember that.
Yeah, there was.
There was?
Yeah,
awesome.
The Olive Garden guy was like, it was like check and see on the status of, Dr. Eggman, and also cancel my reservation at the Olive Garden. Like that was a thing that he did.
What a nerd.
Yeah.
He needs a reservation from.
Yeah.
Well,
you came over to my house and you watched the movie too.
I know.
We made chili for the chili dogs.
Yeah, we had proper Sonic feast.
Yeah.
By the way, you still have.
Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, what?
You still have a Sonic Pop in my freezer.
I do.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
It's so sad. It's like I just want a home.
It's okay. There's others around, but
no chili dogs in this movie either. No chili dogs. I did.
Is that right?
No, Sonic didn't eat a chili dog in this movie.
Oh, okay.
I guess this movie is so serious. We don't have time for chili dogs.
I guess not.
Yeah, well, all the Maria stuff was handled so great. I loved all of
It
it. It was
was.
so cute.
I was like skeptical for one entire second when I saw Maria, but then like they like had a really cute moment when she like drew on his little dome.
Yeah,
I thought that was really
it
cute.
was
And then
adorable. And
Shadow.
yeah,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh, just the Shadow was like so happy for a little while. I was like pre-trauma Shadow looks so content. It's insane.
They made a lot of changes. So Maria is not a terminally ill child anymore. Shadow was found in a comet. So that's very different because he wasn't created. Because I'm also wondering if that's going to be something that's revealed.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're gonna do like a Doom or the whatever the alien bad guy's name is.
A Shadow the Hedgehog movie so bad.
Yeah, there's no way it's
he
not
was in
gonna
a rock
happen.
so weird. I mean, because it's supposed to be reminiscent of the Black Comet. I get what they're doing with that.
Yeah,
I kind of get it. So
Black Doom. There we go.
Yeah,
That's
Black
his name.
Doom. Yeah. So I'm wondering if they're gonna. If it's because he's still gonna, I think he's still gonna be like it created by Black Doom. I think that's still gonna be a thing, because it's such a cool storyline. Like, why wouldn't you do? It's also like it's the origins of Jeff Fowler, the director, too. So because he cut his teeth on doing the cinematics for Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah. I do think that like it's a great way to, because I feel like the Black Doom thing was like retroactively added in. As far as the games are concerned, but
yeah, of course,
it's nice to get ahead of it
and
like plant the seed in the movie.
I mean, that's the way to do it, because when Sonic Adventure 2 was made, Sega did not think they were going to be making another Sonic the Hedgehog ever again. That's why Shadow dies.
Ever again?
Yeah, did you know about that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought they were just gonna. That's all right.
Okay, so I gotta tell you this now. So,
all right.
Sega was and you probably know this. Sega as a company was going bankrupt. Their console was not doing well. Their games were not selling well. Everything was going down the tubes. And they just put everything into Sonic Adventure 2. They just put all their heart, all their creativity into Sonic Adventure 2, and we're gonna if we're gonna go under, we're gonna make the best goddamn game anyone has ever seen. And that's why Shadow dies at the end, because it was the 15th anniversary of Sonic, and they figured, you know what, if we're gonna go out, at least we went out with a bang. And Sonic Adventure 2, it saved their company from going under. They stopped producing consoles and started becoming they became a software company instead.
Right.
And then Shadow became one of their most popular characters, and they were like, oh fuck, we
gotta
killed
bring him
him
back
at the end of Sonic Adventure 2. Shadow's fine. He survived his fall. He might be a clone. Oh, what's the mystery?
Yeah, he might be a robot clone.
Yeah, that's why Shadow thinks he's a clone for a while in Heroes, but even though he's actually just Shadow survived his fall. So
nice little distraction, like between games.
And we just talk about everything. We just go crazy on spoilers. But yeah, that's why they showed Shadow surviving at the end of this movie, because it's stupid to have him die anyway, because he's one of the most popular characters. But the thing is, it's just things you don't know when you're making stuff. If you don't know how popular somebody's going to be, because he's just as popular as Sonic is. I mean, look at me.
How epic would it be if Shadow actually died for the movie?
Yeah. No, there's no way.
That would be like the most mind-blowing thing if they actually did it. Like, why? Like, no.
No way.
And then it would give it because right now I feel like if you're a Sonic fan, you're expecting him to not be dead because of the games. But when that just throw you for the biggest loop of your life, you're like, oh my god, he's actually dead.
They would have to show me a body. They would have to be like, oh yeah, he's dead as shit, and then they the Sonic team, they recover his body, and they're like, he saved the Earth, he died for everyone, and they have a little memorial for him, and Tom and Maddie are there. They put flowers on his grave. And then everybody's crying, and
I'm pretty
Sonic
sure.
goes up to his grave and he goes, "Sayonara, Shadow." And
I'm
then
pretty sure Eggman is
then
also
they
the
all
ultimate life
leave. They
one.
all leave, and then
Uh-huh.
it like kind of pulls out on his grave, and then you just see a hand come out of the grave
Oh, no.
like a zombie. You can't kill me, bitch.
That'd be
I'm
great.
too popular to die.
There would be one moment where it's like a fake out because you take one of Shadow's quills and Jim Carrey would do like the meh thing, but except like the quill has no more energy, and that's how they're saying like Shadow's dead.
Yeah.
That'd be how they did that.
But no, yeah, I knew he was gonna live, but also like it's because it's also like a kids movie. But speaking of like kids movies and Maria, going back to the whole Maria thing, like I think it was done well. I mean, I'm a Shadow and Maria, like I love that whole relationship. I think it's so cute. I love like that they're like best friends, like brother and sister kind of thing. And I could just, I want more. I wanted more of that, but I know that they can only do so much. It's like, I just love it. I just think it's the most adorable thing ever. And one thing I was missing though, I just want to have like I wanted a part in the movie where like, Maria is like trying to save Shadow, and he's just like, because in the games he's like banging on the glass, like saying, "Maria, please, like let me out of here. I want to help you." And I just because I love the like how dramatic that is like he's so powerful and he's put in a position where it's like the one person that he wants to save, he can't save her. But I guess that's how they also did that in the movie too, with like the explosion. But I like the part where like it's a kids movie, they can't have like a little girl dying and then he's like trying to go, "Maria, please let me out of here." But like that's what I was kind of hoping to see. But then again, like it's a kids movie, so it's like, and she still died. She died in an explosion instead of being like directly shot by a soldier.
Yeah, and it's like she like more got pushed by the explosion too, which was a very like kid safe way to do it.
So and, I wanted more from that scene, but I know it's a kids movie and they can only do so much. So I'm just like, I want more drama. Cause
I do,
because Shadow Generations turned me into a blubbering mess, and I was kind of hoping this movie would, and I was a tad disappointed that I wasn't like a mess where I couldn't talk. That's what I want from these movies.
I think they could have like kind of meshed the two things together because like remember the second like anything went wrong with that like test tube he was in, like he was able to bust out.
Yeah.
But later, like when they first put him in, like it wasn't even full, and he was just kind of like, and like, and then it filled up, and like he passes out. It's like he had a whole like 30 seconds to bust out. So they should have had a thing where like Maria is there and like she's like being taken away or something like that while like the tube is like filling up or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something dramatic like that.
Yeah.
And then like whatever happens to Maria after is like implicated. Because we didn't need to see her explode.
I mean, we watched her explode.
Yeah.
And you saw Shadow get really, 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 really mad.
Shadow's trying to sew her foot back on.
Oh god. You'll be fine, Maria. I'll sew you back together.
So I keep it.
It's like Maria's always with me. She's fine. She's just like a corpse, like a bloody corpse.
There's just like a dried up piece of toe in his pocket.
Oh my god. Well, she's mummified.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and we got Jim Carrey playing two roles. We got him playing Gerald Robotnik, and we got him playing Dr. Robotnik, Dr. Eggman.
Yeah. I think it's Ivan.
Yeah, Desert, thank you so much for the 4 months. But yeah, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of his version. I was not a fan of the dance scene. I
thought
did
the
laugh
dancing
when
was
they
kind of
did.
funny.
I did laugh when they did do like the VR stuff. Like that was funny. And the part
Yeah,
where like
yeah.
he's Santa Claus and Eggman like jumps on him and like he collapses in a tree. That part had me going. I did love. I did smile at that.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, that was
I,
funny.
the whole row of people that I was sitting with was bothered that his head was unprotected during that laser dance scene, and like the lasers just didn't
Husband
go
thought the
high
same
enough.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too. I was like, yeah, they have like these laser suits like protect us from these death beams, and it's like, but how about your faces? Why aren't you wearing anything on your? But like, I can't wear anything on my face, otherwise, who would know that I was Jim Carrey was playing both characters?
I would have given it to them if like a laser hit them in the head, but then there was like some kind of digital shield just for their heads. I would have accepted that. Kind of like an astronaut, like kind of clear dome shield type deal. I don't know.
Yeah. And then we had what was it, Drandle, and what was the name of like Sonic's mom's aunt, or Sonic's mom's sister? What was her name?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
God, what was her name?
The sister that was getting married in the movie before.
Yeah.
I forgot her name.
Longclaw, no.
No, like because he said mom, not his actual
Sonic's
mom. Like
Sonic's mom is
like
Mary. That's his mom.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, but
that's his human mommy.
Yeah, that's his human mom. But the sister that gets married, I forgot her name. She makes a weird appearance.
Yeah, JoJo's mom.
Yeah.
God, why can't I remember
her and the not husband?
Yeah,
I
remember
that was
like
weird.
the guy. I remember the husband's name was Randall, but I don't remember like whatever. I was just say Sonic's aunt. So
because we don't care.
They were there very briefly, which was very nice. The humans like don't like. They aren't like too much in this. It's funny like how they do get kind of sidelined, and they're talking about like, oh, we took up so many hobbies because they're basically like out of the movie for most of it.
Right, and I was very happy for them too. Like when the kids are at like one day, the kids will be out of the house, and then you could do all the hobbies again. But they actually hated it. They have better hobbies, you fools. Except I did like the Muppet.
You like the Muppet?
Yeah, the Muppet was great.
You're a fan
10 out of 10.
Of the Muppet.
Yeah.
I like how nobody in chat can remember her name either. That's how much like how important she is. Team Venture, hi. Team Venture was also there when we saw the movie. Team Venture joined us. Yeah.
Welcome Team Venture.
But yeah. Team Venture, can you remember the name of for $1? Can you remember the name of Sonic's aunt? Sonic's human aunt. Rachel! Hey,
Rachel!
All right. Rachel, that was her name. That was it. These characters that I love so much. I love all of the human characters in Sonic movies.
Also got it.
Nice, yeah, Rachel.
I'll walk a
Rachel with 4 L's. Rachel. But yeah, they showed up for 2 seconds. That whole scene was pretty cool, like the heist scene. But like I said, did not care for the dance because it was fun. It just went on way too long. If it had been shortened, I wouldn't have minded it so much. But it just felt like it went on for a really long time. But I do think the whole like anti-gravity and like increased gravity kind of like area was kind of cool, and how Sonic's family almost got like shish kebabbed by rebar.
Right.
And then Shadow finds Tom and punches him so hard he punches him out of the movie.
Oh yeah, that was great. That was excellent. Peak stuff. The little bug zapper thing.
Yeah. Well, when Shadow punches Tom Tom, he punches him and
Oh,
knocks
yeah,
him out
yeah,
of the
yeah.
movie. Knocks him and
That was
punches him
excellent.
so hard that he punches him and Maddie out of the movie.
Awesome.
And
Can't
Sonic
wait
is
for
like,
it
no,
this.
my dad, not my
You punched
dad.
my
What did
dad."
you do? And Shadow's like,
That
that was your dad. That was who you loved. How could
Like,
I? And
you love a dad?
That's when he starts to like turn a little bit.
Yeah,
It's like
he
maybe
doubts
this
his
isn't the way.
motives.
But he's got Gerald in his ear going like, this is what Maria wanted, Shadow. She wanted us to kill everybody. And he's like, are you sure? Yes! She wanted absolute annihilation of the human race. Okay, if you think that's what she wanted.
I don't know about that one, Dad.
Is Bobby Hill. Bobby Hill Shadow.
Yeah,
Bobby Hill Shadow. That's my Chaos Emerald! I don't know you!
That's my Chaos Emerald, Dad. Chaos control.
Shadow punched him strongly. Very strongly. But yeah, so that leads into Sonic kind of going nuts and like turning against his friends and be like, where are the Chaos Emeralds? And that's when he finds Wade Whipple and gets the Master Emerald back from him, goes Super Saiyan. And that's also when the Eclipse Cannon comes out too. You got the Eclipse Cannon, which is much smaller this time.
So is the...
It's not the arc, it's just the cannon.
Uh-huh. The Sonic wanting the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah.
He demanded the Chaos Emeralds from Knuckles.
Knuckles was like, no.
He's like, I'm going to kill.
I'm gonna kill Shadow for punching my dad.
He could die. He's a squishy nobody.
Yeah. Just a weak and vulnerable human being.
Yeah. That should be the next Shadow plot. He goes one by one, punches every person to death.
Exactly. It's like, if I can't do it with the Eclipse Cannon, then I'll do it myself. And he just goes around, like, punching everyone.
I feel like that'd be way more satisfying.
He just goes to everybody's house. He just, like, rings the doorbell. He goes, special delivery. And he just... he just sucker punches everyone.
I want to see him with a pizza hat and a pizza box.
And they're like, it's just me and my family. It's like, I'm going to punch them all. Can't believe that Shadow punched Cyclops in the gut.
A large pizza with a 2-liter punch.
Some Hawaiian punch. But so we got the Eclipse Cannon. And it's just the cannon, it's not the whole arc, it's just the cannon.
Yeah.
And this whole time, Eggman has been kind of like, you know, been like, just had starry eyes for his grandfather because he thought he was an orphan the whole time. And his grandfather finally came into the picture and is like spending time with him, but he's got ulterior motives from the very beginning. Because Gerald is basically like Shadow in Sonic Adventure 2, where he just wants to just destroy everything.
Yeah.
So.
He just wants to all be annihilated.
Yeah, because he's alive in this one. He's not dead.
Yeah.
So he just wants to blow up the whole Earth.
And yeah, and he's like, wouldn't you want to rule the planet instead?
Yeah, because
you're no Maria.
Eggman is like, what? This is not what I wanted. I wanted to rule it. It's like, we're gonna blow it up. He's like, no, I don't want this. Like, too bad. Too late.
He's like, but we're family. He's like, you're no Maria.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, damn.
I kind of wish he said, like, you'll never be Maria.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, instead of you're no Maria, it'd be like, you'll never be Maria. But it was still like, you see, he's so sad because he's finally has family, and his own family doesn't even want him. But that's his whole arc, is realizing that the one person that wanted him was Stone. That was the one person who loved him.
Does that mean that Maria and Eggman are related?
They're cousins.
They're cousins.
Yeah.
So they are related.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, they've always been related.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, Shadow should just get along with Eggman. They're the same person.
Yeah. They're related. But yeah, so Sonic goes supersonic and like punches Shadow out of the arc, which is like crazy and really cool. And they have a Dragon Ball Z fight.
Yeah, Shadow
like a crazy awesome
Hyper
fight.
Shadow too.
Yeah, and I was expecting Hyper Shadow, but I did not think that they were going to be having a Dragon Ball Z fight, and that was like the coolest fucking thing. That was so awesome.
Really cool.
Like volcanoes erupting around them. It was so good.
I feel like that fight could have been longer and other things could have been shortened because I wanted more of that fight.
Yeah, like honestly, we went there like, and I don't know if this is like a budget thing. They went back to the like Gerald Robotnik and Eggman so many times throughout the movie.
Yeah,
we kept cutting back to them, and I'm just like,
long.
I just want more of the furry characters. Give me more of them. Give me more of Team Sonic and give me more of Shadow. I want more of them.
I also thought the part when he got the big fist was very funny. What up, guy?
Yeah,
Mario movie
the big fist was
better.
cool. Honestly, you know what? I wanted more. I felt like it was too. There were parts of it that were too cartoony, where it's like,
yeah,
the cartoony stuff was taking it seriously, and Jim Carrey was being like so cartoony.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like we don't need this kind of
these
comedic
movies are
relief.
so close. These movies are so close, and it's just like, I just feel like they have tone problems that drag them down, because you go from like, because you have this really sweet moment where like Shadow and Sonic are like talking on the moon about like grief and stuff, and it's so great, and the whole like kind of like theme of, or the kind of thing where Maria like talks about, because oh my god, the scene where Shadow and Maria are like sitting down and talking to each other was just so sweet. You know?
Yeah.
They're sitting down and talking to each other, and like because Shadow watches the movie with the Bio-Lizard in it. They had the Bio-Lizard cameo, which was fun. And he's like, says like, Maria, everybody looks at me like they're scared of me all the time. Like, do you think I'm a monster? And like she says, no, you're my friend, because she's the only person that like sees him as something other than like a monster to be feared. And that was like that's the tragedy of it, is like that was the one person who believed he could be something else. And that's the really sweet thing about him finding Sonic 2, and Sonic and Shadow talk about grief, is like, does it get any better? And Sonic is like, no, it doesn't get any better, but you think about the good things and you don't think about like parts that make you sad as much. And that's just, it's a really great lesson, for kids too.
Yeah.
So especially like kids who have lost somebody in their lives that was really important to them.
You need some good people that you love and appreciate to help you deal with your grief.
Yeah. So the whole thing where she talks about like a star, like even though it burns out, like you can still see the light, and then it calls back to Maria where like her star is burned out, but her light still shines through Shadow, and it's just like, oh, it's so sweet.
And that's how they cued Live and Learn.
Yeah, it is, and that's what I wanted. I wanted that. Oh my god, and I was freaking screaming. Were you guys all? Because I couldn't be as close to you guys, because when I got the tickets, like, were you guys all screaming too?
I was like jumping and like shaking in my seat, and Mrs. Bird was like, "Oh my gosh!" And I'm like, "The hype for Live and Learn." Like,
if we see this again, can we go nuts in the theater again?
Yeah, let's do it.
I want to go nuts with you in the theater.
we're gonna shake that whole row.
Yeah.
Like it was great. It was perfect because like Sonic was like, I made the same mistake too, but that's how you live and learn. And then
yeah. And they played it, and I was just like, yes, this is what I wanted. This is like, that was one of my, I was like, I want to see them like save the Earth from like the Eclipse Cannon, like, because what happened was, things happened differently, but they did save the Earth from the Eclipse Cannon. They did play Live and Learn. It didn't fall towards Earth, but it was kind of a thing where they did have to work together to stop it. So things happened. They just happened differently than how I, imagined they would. But that's
It was pretty
adaptations.
damn close.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
So, like Eggman and all the other characters had to work together. I love like Knuckles and Tails came back into it, and they were all like working together to like, stop Gerald Robotnik. The thing that like just kills me is because they're going through and they're like fighting all the robots, which is so freaking cool. Like the ones that cool. Like Gerald Robotnik sends out to like stopping him from like using the cannon and everything while it charges up, and you cut to them like you have them like fighting all the robots and it's so cool, and then you cut back to like Gerald spanking Robotnik, have Jim Carrey spanking himself, and I was just like. Oh, why? I would have been fine if they had a fight. I just wish it would have been like a cool fight where like maybe they both had mechs or something, like mini mechs fighting in that room. That would have been great. But they treat the whole thing like it's a comedy act. Like you cut from like serious to comedy, and I'm just like, it's like stop it, Jim Carrey, please. Just can you tone it down for just a second?
If the rest of the fight between those two was like just like a touch more epic, I would have thought the spanking part was funnier. But the funniest part about that fight was the end of the fight between Robotnik and Eggman.
Yeah.
When like Robotnik gets just smacked and thrown into the energy field.
Oh, that was hilarious.
And he just goes poof.
Yeah.
Like a little bug zapper.
He just like burns up instantly. It's like, okay, he's dead. His whole body is disintegrated.
Yeah, it wasn't even like a big old like it's just poof.
Yeah, no,
gone.
that was great. Fuck? That was honestly great. I don't know if people wanted more than that about like, how he died, but I thought that was so perfect.
It was so violent and not violent at the same time.
And then Robotnik, like our Eggman, like sending out a last message to Stone, telling him that he loved him in his own way was so wonderful. And then all of them working together to make sure that the Eclipse cannon doesn't kill everybody, because you got Sonic and Shadow trying to stop the beam, and then you got them trying to like angle the beam, like so that it doesn't
point it away from the Earth.
And they hit the moon, and it was so perfect.
They sliced it.
Eggman pissed on the moon.
Yeah.
Just as God intended. It was perfect. And that part had me laughing so hard. I was like, are they going to do it? Are they going to do it? Like, yes! And the way they react to it is so good too. They're like, ooh, oh no.
Whoops. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
By the way, I was also like kind of jumping up and down in my seat when the laser cannon like grew an Eggman face on it.
Mm-hmm.
That was great. I was like, oh hell yeah!
Because you got out of that.
Eggman.
He really pissed on the moon as promised. Just as the prophecies foretold, he pissed on the moon.
Also, like, I think they did a great job when everyone was trying to escape the burning inferno.
Oh, that was so great with like Tails trying to go and save him, and then Tails gets like knocked out, and then Knuckles goes and saves like, oh, so good. He's got that one. They got the last ring. Does that mean they're like out of rings?
I mean, on their person, probably, because
they used up a lot of rings in this movie.
Sure, I imagine they have more. They just couldn't carry that many at once.
Yeah, but use their one last ring, their one ring to save them, and then Sonic gives them a big hug at the end, says he's sorry. It's so sweet. And then and then Eggman and Shadow blow up together, and I don't know if Eggman's really gonna be dead. That's like a good question there, like whether Jim Carrey's gonna come out of retirement again for more movies.
Well, he said he would only do Sonic movies.
See, that he's just gonna do Sonic movies till the end of time.
This would be like the second time that like Eggman looks like he should have died, because in that second movie, like. It's like he should have died from that. Yeah. And like this one is like he definitely should have died from that. But like let's see like if that actually happens.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if
like I want to do one more. And then that one, pops off. He's like, I'm gonna do one more after that one. He just keeps doing them. He's like the Miyazaki of
actors,
video game movies. Yeah, the Miyazaki of actors, where he's like, I'm retired. Actually, I'm still having fun. I want to come back.
Right.
Because how would they explain that? How he survives an explosion? Because I get Shadow because he is the ultimate life form. I expected him to survive, and he does survive.
He's made of stronger stuff.
Yeah. And then we got the little like reprise where we got the race from the beginning of the movie coming back at the end, which I think is really great. But that was very, very sweet.
It was. They did reveal that Shadow was alive.
Yeah,
by the end.
That was the second one. We got the first one where Sonic wins the race, but he runs all the way to miles and miles away to New York State Park from came from, like Montana or wherever Green Hills is. But and then we see the reveal of Metal Sonic.
Yeah,
and the Metal Sonic one was like, whoa, that's really cool. And it was like, I really, really wanted a girl. I'm just like, I'm having fun with this series, but it is kind of a sausage fest. I'm like, can I have one girl, please? We had that pink hammer like swoop right in, and I was like, ah!
It's who are you?
I was so happy. I was like, yes, and she looks so cute. She looks
great.
So cute,
and she looks like she kicks ass.
Yeah,
because it was like a small army of Metal Sonics, and she aced them all.
Yeah, I have no idea where the next movie's gonna go. I wonder. I really kind of want Team Chaotix to also get introduced eventually. I'm hoping that does happen. Like, I just want them to introduce like more and more of these characters.
I don't blame them for not having Team Chaotix, but I would like that very much.
I just like them because they're just a bunch of goobers.
They sure are.
Yeah. But Amy looks so good. I wonder who's gonna play her.
Hey, thank you.
Official Fox, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Yeah, we're talking about Sonic Movie 3 spoilers. We were talking about how excited we are that Amy is gonna be in there now. But so do you have picks for who you might want to play Amy?
I don't. I actually have no idea.
I know. I would have to think about it too.
I think I would have never really thought to have picks for any of these characters until like they, obviously showed the trend that they're all famous actors.
Yeah.
For me, if it was up to me, I would have made them just like the video game like voice actors.
Like Colleen O'Shaughnessy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like I would have no idea who to
Zendaya?
pick for Zendaya.
Zendaya.
Tungsten Wolf says Scarlett Johansson.
No, not Scarlett Johansson. She's done everything.
Yeah.
And it can't be Anya Taylor-Joy because she's already Princess Peach.
Oh yeah.
So my vote is for maybe Zendaya.
Zendaya.
Yeah.
I have to Google who Zendaya is.
She's Mary Jane in the Spider-Man movies.
Which Mary Jane for which Spider-Man movie?
The new ones.
Oh, okay. I actually haven't seen those.
You haven't seen any of them?
I saw
They're
the Tobey
good.
Maguire one.
What? They're good. You haven't even seen Spider-Man like No Way Home?
Well, I had superhero fatigue.
What the
I'm
hell?
sorry.
But I will always have room in my heart for Spider-Man. How could you not have room in your heart for Spider-Man? What's wrong with you?
I lumped the whole Avenger cast in I had room for Spider-Man for the Spider-Verse movies.
Yeah, I think Zendaya could be cute. I mean, she's the first one that comes to my mind. Like, I'm sure there'd be better choices if I'm trying to think of somebody who they would possibly pick who would be kind of like a young kind of like voice talent that they could bring in. You could have it be Billie Eilish, but no, I don't want Billie Eilish to be. to be Amy Rose.
I need Amy to still be bubbly though. I like that
That's
they.
why it should be Zendaya.
All right. If you think
Zendaya's cute.
the right call.
She's adorable.
Johnny says I gotta watch the Spider-Man movies.
Yes, you do, because they're good.
All right, I'll watch them.
Come over to my house and we'll watch all the Spider-Man movies.
All right, we can do that.
But yeah, so what's your score? What would you give the Sonic movies? The Sonic movie, the third Sonic movie.
The third Sonic movie?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a the way I grade is 1 terrible, 10 best, but 5 is like it's okay, like very, very okay. So I'm gonna give this like a solid 7.5.
Yeah. I give it an 8. I give it a full ass 8 because there's just a few things that keep it from being perfect for me, which is mostly the stuff with Jim Carrey, and that is my own personal opinion. But I love Ben Schwartz as Sonic. I love all the characters and how they're cast. I think they're all fantastic.
I do like their new iterations just for the movie. It kind of gives them a unique way to exist that's separate from the games.
Yeah, because I know that you said it's kind of hard for you to because you're not a huge fan of the characters as much as the movie characters.
More specifically, the Ben Schwartz Sonic, because
I love Ben Schwartz Sonic.
I really like how they did Knuckles for the movies.
Knuckles is great.
I love what they did with him. If Ben Schwartz was just 10% less quippy, because it seems like he's always got to get in those little zingers.
I feel like he's much more reserved in the third one though.
He is.
He's really, doing a really because we're just grading this on just by itself, not the other movies. Sure.
But what's called? There were some weirdness with the gravity fight, or I didn't really get the what's her name from the gun organization.
Oh yeah, Agent Jessica Jones.
Yeah, Agent Jessica Jones.
Yeah,
I didn't really get her deal.
Yeah.
I didn't really get the death of that one guy, just so that we can be handed the key. I guess the key could have just been in the organization to begin with.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems there were just a couple little things, but I thought it was definitely the best Sonic movie. I'd probably bump that up to an 8 now that we talk a little more about it.
Movie. I do bump it over. Yeah. To me, I do like it because I don't know how you feel about it compared to the Mario movies.
I like it more than the Mario movies.
I do too, and I also might be biased because I'm more of a Sonic fan than I am a Mario person, but I also kind of felt like you don't really get a chance to know the characters as much with the Mario movies, and I feel like you really get a sense of the characters, and I had a lot more moments where I laughed in Sonic than I have in the Mario movies.
I feel like the Mario movie, through the whole, they covered way too many bases in the Mario movie. They were spending a lot of time showing us the world rather than telling the story.
Mm-hmm.
But in this movie, they really had us in the story. And we were going and these dramatic consequences and character arcs and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I do love as villains go, I do love Bowser more as opposed to Egg. And this is just my personal preference. I love Bowser more as opposed to the way Jim Carrey does Eggman in these movies.
I'll second that.
Yeah, Bowser is great. Jack Black does a great job with Bowser. I'm not a huge fan. I just don't like the interpretations of Mario and Peach and all that stuff. It's just
I will say
not as big as a fan.
I will say that hands on full hands, like Ben Schwartz Sonic is much better than Chris Pratt's Mario
Yeah.
by a lot. Like as much grief as I'll give Ben Schwartz Sonic, like it will never ever 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 be as bad as Chris Pratt's Mario.
Didn't like Chris Pratt as Mario either, Hunt Tuxton Wolf. Yeah, I was not a huge fan. He's okay. He's just there.
He's just normal guy.
Yeah. I do like Charlie Day as Luigi though.
Yes.
I just wish he was in it more.
Yeah.
And
Charlie Day's Luigi was perfect.
Yeah. And I wish there was more of the music in, like more like kind of like, because there's so many like it's such a jukebox musical. Not jukebox musical, but just a jukebox movie where there's just like constant like songs in it and stuff, and it's just like
they could have easily put the Mario songs in like all those places.
They're too scared. But I'm hoping that this will also kind of light a fire under the Mario movie too, and make it more faithful as well. Because one thing that Mario movie does, I will say, does have over the Sonic movies is that they are in their own world, and they're like they're fully animated worlds, and that's kind of one downside of the Sonic movies, that they are in the human world.
I didn't mind that as much because it kind of reminds me of like Sonic X, that they are like kind of in the human world, and even like
kind of
Sonic...
annoying things. Just like you have to keep cutting back to like, even though I do love Sonic's mom and dad, like, but they were much more tolerable in this one. Like the human characters were much better utilized because we shoved them to the side.
Shoved them to the side, and they were like lightly present in the movie, and one of them got punched out of the movie.
Yeah, you could say that both of them got punched out because Maddie and Tom were both gone.
Yeah, exactly.
But it is kind of sweet though. I like that he's got a mom and a dad, and it's just kind of like, it's just, I do like it, but at the same time, it's like it's so much better than the frickin' wedding though, man. I'm so happy we don't have anything like that.
Agreed.
Ugh, that was so bad.
The romance with we talked about the yaoi romance with the assistant.
I do love that.
That came to,
and then like the part where like Stone is like, I have to say this to you, Tails. You're adorable. He's like, oh, thank you. And then he was like, I was like, so what is it like working with Sonic and, being his lackey? And it's like, well, we're friends. He's like, well, what do you mean? It's like, well, we hang out together, we have a good time. And it's like, are you like that with Eggman? And he's like, yeah, totally like that. So he just, he just wants him to love him. That's all Agent Stone wants, is just wants love.
I want to talk about Eggman's burrito machine for a minute.
What?
His burrito machine.
Burrito machine?
Yeah, like we walk up on like Eggman when we're revealing that he's fat, and he has like a flying microwave.
The microwave was funny. I did love the egg microwave.
It had a microwave, and he took a burrito out, and like Mrs. Bird and I, like we looked at each other, we kind of nodded, like that's pretty dope. And then he holds the burrito up under the microwave, and like the biggest glob of cream cheese comes flying out. I was like, what? That's too much. Like that would have been so much better if like it was just like a little less, but it was meant to be funny. I totally get it, but I would totally want one of those in my house if I had like sad depression days. I'd be kicked up in front of the TV looking just like that.
I mean, you could strap a drone to a microwave and there you go.
Yeah, but it won't eject guacamole and sour cream from the bottom.
That's very true though. That's very true. You also gotta have your green salsa too.
Green salsa, there you go.
Yeah.
Like I want.
We worked in Shadow's love for Latinas in there as well when we watched the telenovela.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah,
that was excellent. The telenovela was like an interesting insert. For sure.
But yeah, there's like times like that where like you're watching these movies and you're like, this isn't a Sonic movie. We got like a telenovela right here. I think we pretty much covered everything, huh?
Yeah, even the burrito
Yeah,
machine or the
even
microwave.
his big mean bean burrito machine. Anyone in the
um.
mood for some revenge guac? Revenge guac.
Oh yeah. It's like I'm gonna make some guacamole. Revenge guacamole.
I want some revenge guacamole with Shadow.
That line hits way harder than it had any right
Yeah.
to.
That's when I was talking to, I don't know if was it you that mentioned that like a Shadow like TV show, and I was like, no,
No,
Shadow
not
TV show,
me.
please, it's gonna be cheap, and he's only gonna be in the show for 30 minutes.
We only talked about the Knuckles show, but like I don't think I want a TV show of these guys.
No, unless it was animated. You know, if it was fully animated, fine. You know, but I do want a Shadow the Hedgehog movie with Black Doom in it. I think that would be really freaking awesome.
I'd want little shorts with them animated just like for Sonic Mania.
Have you seen some of the shorts? Like some of the CG shorts? There's a few.
Okay. Are they floating around on
I
the
also like
internet?
how they, oh my god, I forgot to talk about like Knuckles' fear of ghosts too, which is a reference to King Boom Boo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like no such thing as a friendly ghost. That was great. I just like all these like little Easter eggs where it's like you have to. It takes you a second to go like, oh yeah.
That was the one part I walked out of the theater because I ran out of popcorn.
Well, you'll get to see it again.
Yeah, we'll see it again, but
you
this
ran
time
out of popcorn. You're like, this movie needs more popcorn.
Exactly. How am I supposed to enjoy my movie without my extra big popcorn?
Yeah. How am I gonna enjoy my movie without my popcorn?
Yeah.
Didn't you once think of the moviegoer?
Exactly. Where's the mean bean burrito machine when you need it?
Exactly.